Okay, boom. It's Jarren Duran.
Woo!
Yeah. Who do you think would win a fight, me or you?
Me, obviously.
Like, I mean, like if I actually, use both hands, like it would be like a fair fight.
I mean, I've gone after umpires for a lot less than you've done to me, so.
That's true.
No,
I guess. Wow.
Bar.
So, all right. This is a long time coming because you hate interviews, and I remember that one time that you were going to do an interview, and you're like, I can't do it, dude, and then you did an interview the same day. So we've been like waiting to talk to you. What is it about interviews that you hate so much?
Probably just never want to make myself look dumb, honestly.
Why do you think that you don't sound? You're a very intelligent guy. You're a smart guy. Yeah.
Just had a lot of coaching from our media team.
To not speak?
Yeah, to not speak and not run. But
this would be very funny if he just like doesn't answer anything.
If he's just like giving like non-answers.
I gave you an interview. I gave you an interview.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
No, I mean, besides it being an 1.5-hour drive to do this,
Yeah.
No, it's respect. Absolutely.
Like, I swear to God, this is not a hostage situation. Like, he wanted to be here. He absolutely volunteered to be here. All right. So at the time of us recording this, I mean, you could really pick any moment in time this season. We'd probably be like talking 500. When you got called up, you came into essentially a winning environment in 2021. And 2022 until now, it's just been, it feels like it's the same season over and over and over again. How do we get out of this?
honestly, I think we just gotta keep going. I mean, I know it's like, oh, we're doing the same thing over and over again, but like we're about to get healthy. We're about to get some more pitchers. Bergman's about to come back. And I know everybody's freaking out about every little thing that we do wrong, but like you also have to realize we have a really, really young team. Like when I came up, we had a bunch of veterans. So like I was the guy making all the mistakes. Now it's like when you look around, you got guys like Willie, Rafaela, me, I don't even have that much time. Cello, Trevor's been like hurt, coming back, fighting injury. And then Casey, when he's up here, I mean, Romy, I mean, we don't have like a lot of veteran guys. So like the bumps and bruises are going to come and go. So like when people freak out about it, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, like some of these guys haven't even been in the big leagues for a year yet. So it's like the game is way different. Like I talk to Cello and Roman all the time about how much different it is up here than AAA. Because I remember when I was going up and down, I was like, dude, AAA just doesn't prepare you for this level.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about like sinkers, and they're like, dude, AAA sinkers are like this. Up here, they're down, sideways, up. They do everything. And it's just a different game. So it's like, it's crazy.
There was I can't remember who posted it, but it was a clip that I saw, I think on like TikTok, of you talking about like when I came up, I had a certain level of struggles and I was looking around for like someone to put their arm around me, and it just didn't happen. So now when I see guys like Christian Campbell, I'm trying to play that role of, the leader, the mentor, someone to put my arm around a younger player. Do you think that you would be that way if it weren't for your own personal experience when you first came up? Like, so is it just more glaring to you that you needed that, didn't get it, so now you're trying to provide it?
I think just the way I am, I would do it anyways. But I think having those struggles just kind of gave me more of an edge to want to like help the younger guys and talk to the younger guys and stuff like that, because I know how lonely it can be out there. It feels like an island when things aren't going good. So it's always nice to have like a teammate, pat you on the back every once in a while and just tell you everything's okay.
With like, I mean, because everyone talks about you being a leader of this team, Ref being a leader of this team, Story being a leader of this team. Is that how you were kind of like your whole playing career? Like, were you the guy that people look to, or like, how would you describe your, I guess, leadership journey to right now? Like, how has your leadership, like, I guess, evolved?
I mean, you better be careful calling me a leader, because I've just seen a lot of people hate that I get called a leader.
It's not like you volunteer for that, though. You just are or you aren't. It's not like I'm a leader. Like, you don't wear it on your shirt or something like that. But
yeah, I mean, I just feel like I want to do everything in my power to help the team win and help anybody in any way I can. And like, I always play the game as hard as I can, and I want to win. Like, it may not fucking seem like it sometimes. Maybe I'm 0 for 4 with freaking 3 punchies. You know, that's part of baseball. But like, I want to win. And yeah, I have my crash outs, whatever. All you people saying I crash out all the time. It's because
I say that.
It's because I want to fucking win. Like, I hate to fucking lose. I hate to lose more than I like to win. Like, nobody hates fucking losing more than me and the guys on the team. And like, it just pisses me off sometimes when people think that we don't fucking care, because like, we fucking care. And it's like, oh, like, yeah, like, dude, I mean, when people tell us that we don't care, and it's like, oh, what are we supposed to just walk around and mope around because we fucking lost? No, like, we have a fucking half a season to fucking play. Like, if you guys want us to mope around, we'll fucking mope around. But like, we have to fucking lose, and we have to fucking forget about it. And like, when people are like, oh, it seems like they don't care. Well, no shit, because we got 80 more fucking games to play. Like, I gotta forget about that game and move on to the next one. Like, my bad. Let me just carry over my one bad day to the next bad day and just fucking create a bad habit.
Is it better or worse that there's so many games for a situation like that? Because it's like, all right, we got a game tomorrow, so we can turn the page quick. But coming off a series like the Angels sweep, it's like, how many different ways can I word, we need to be better? Like, we got to do this, we got to do that. Like, if it just becomes every single night, do you get tired of having to just rephrase the same message? Kind of like what you're saying. It's like, you don't understand. We hate to lose. We want to win, but we will get skewered if we're not accountable. If we're not forward facing after all these games, we're going to answer your questions, but I don't know how many different ways you want me to rephrase. We have to be better. We have to do things in a certain way that we're not doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle's a good team. We beat Seattle.
True.
Like, we played the Giants really tough. They were on a hot streak just like we were. We literally ran into each other when we were both climbing the mountain. And the game just fell their way. I mean, we put up like 5-6 runs, and like, it just happens that we don't win. Like, people forget that baseball happens like that sometimes. Like, sometimes guys hit homers and sometimes they hit walk-offs. Like, the Angels, like, we had 2 good games and it didn't fall our way. And then Kikuchi pitched good the 3rd day and it just didn't happen. But like, people, it's so easy for people to be like, oh, you guys sucked against the Angels. Oh, okay. Like, didn't we just beat the Yankees, who are a really good team? Yeah. Oh, didn't we just beat Seattle, who's a really good team? They have like the best catcher and the home run leader in the league. But like, it's so easy to be like, oh, no. I want to talk about right now. You guys suck right now. It's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, you're right. We didn't just win 2 tough series against 2 teams on the road. But yeah, we suck right now. Yeah, that's on us.
Where do you see? Because like, I know over the course of your career,
do you hate Steve, by the way?
Yeah, we're obviously.
I mean,
rivals.
I always ask Steve, let me know when you're at the field, and he never texts me.
No,
so, and then I see on his Instagram he's at the field. I'm like, cool. I'll just. Wow.
You're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I waved to you from the monster, but you didn't wave back. It's
because you didn't tell me you were on the monster.
What's up? He's thrown me a ball before, actually.
Because you told me you were at the monster.
No, that's fine. I'm going to be at the game tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
So it's me telling you.
I'm going to be sitting next to the dugout. Yeah,
crazy.
I'm letting you know sitting with us, but where are you sitting?
What's up?
Where are you going to sit tomorrow?
Owner's box, because I'm with Dan Pearl.
Yeah. So Dan Pearl's
so we'll be up there.
The owner's box,
But to the question of my best friend, Jarren Duran, how do you block out the noise? Because I know over the course of your career, it's probably impossible early on when you're coming up as a rookie, where it's like, people have stuff to say about me. I'm going to read about it. I'm going to be obsessive over that. Like, how now, coming off the All-Star Game MVP and then trying to get through this season and duplicate what you've done, how do you block that out?
Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, like, you can't block it out.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants me to be the All-Star Game MVP every single night. Especially me, like, I want that too. Like, I want to be good every fucking night for the fans. Like, you think I want to suck one night for you guys? Like,
that'd be a wild decision if you're like, tonight I'm gonna
tonight, yeah, I'm gonna mess up everybody's bet. And like, whatever you bet on, like, I'm not gonna let you hit. Like, this is on you.
Sucking tonight.
Yeah. Friday we're going for it. Saturday we suck.
Yeah.
We suck. Getting swept tonight.
It's just crazy. Like, yeah, there's like positive, but it's like,
yeah,
the negative comments are out there. And I tear myself up better than anybody else could.
Mm-hmm.
So I love to read the negative comments about myself and just tear myself down more. Like,
is that your energy? Does that like give you more? But where's the line between that then being a bad thing?
Yeah. Don't do
when
that.
that might kill you.
Absolutely slaughter myself. I mean, just Jason Voorhees, like I'm just tearing myself apart. But
don't stop. Don't do that.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen
just
those movies in a while, but I feel like he was tearing other people apart.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But he just does that to himself.
Mhm.
yeah.
Are you still going through the journaling? I heard you talk last year about the coloring book, like after games, like filling in the swear words or whatever. Is it a lot of those same processes for you in a year like this, or are you trying different things to cope with what's going on? Like, what does the balancing act of that look like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still doing my daily like affirmations and stuff like that, but I feel like this year it's a little harder just because like I know I'm struggling. Other people know that I'm struggling. But yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody wants me to be the All-Star Game MVP every night.
I have never said that.
And I am absolutely trying so hard, and that's why. Because last year I was like, oh, dude, nobody's got any expectations for me. Just gonna go out there and play. And then this year I just feel like I have like so much weight on my shoulders. And I know it's not from anybody else.
I'm not that fat.
But I could feel it. And it's because I'm trying too fucking hard.
Mhm.
Like last year I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play free, like fuck it, like whatever happens, happens. And this year I'm just like I'm always like, oh, it's my swing, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. It's like, no, like it's all the pressure that I put on myself that makes me not perform.
Is that why we see, a lot of tweaks to the stance regularly? Because I think last year a lot of people saw when you went with the big leg kick and the power came around, that led to that hot streak from May on. Is that more you just like, hey, I'm trying to find a solution. I'm always trying to do it and figure out what it is. Like, is that where a lot of that comes into?
Yeah. So like in 23, I had a pretty good season until I got hurt and I was toe tapping. And then in 24, I was toe tapping, but I felt kind of stuck. I didn't really feel athletic. And then I started doing like Justin Turner. Shout out to JT. Love you.
He's watching. Shout him out.
Miss him.
I started doing like his leg kick to like help me feel my body moving. And then I just implemented it into the game and it worked. And right now I just feel like I have to be like MLB The Show, like perfect to hit the ball with my leg kick.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, in 23, like I was toe tapping, like it was way more simple. Like me and Rosie, one of our hitting coaches, like he's always like talking about like filling the bank, filling the toolbox. Like he's like, hey, you can always go back to the toolbox and toe tap because it's there. Like if you're struggling, you feel like you need to simplify things, like we can go back to the toe tap. So like that's just like something that you learn. Like I talked about earlier, like that's just something I've learned from playing multiple seasons, which some of the young guys don't have yet. Like some guys struggle and like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, dude, you don't have a lot of big league at bats under your belt. So that's hard for you to develop and learn like, oh, I could always go back to this. And like, this is like something that I can fall back on.
Do you think the Netflix thing was a distraction last year? Like the cameras being around?
I don't think so. I mean, we're used to cameras being around. I mean, there are a lot more of them, but I don't feel like it was that much of a distraction, to be honest.
On that real quick, the dugout cam, because it's still pretty new having one of the Nesson guys in the dugout cam. As a player, that's kind of your space.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have personal conversations, you go through at-bats and all that. What are your thoughts? I'm really curious from a player perspective, your thoughts on that kind of being in your face at all times.
I don't really notice them. I notice them more when I'm trying to sprint to get the Wally head and they're in the way because they're getting ready to like film the home run. I'm like, get out of the way. I gotta put the Wally head on and I gotta like chase them down and like high five everybody with them. Like there's a whole process. And they're like sprinting, they're like backpedaling. And I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna trip, they're gonna fall. But like they also do this for a living, so they're pretty good at it. So shout out to those guys. You guys are pretty good.
I mean, the Wally head is the best thing ever.
It is.
How did you probably told the story, but just for on the pod, how much of a role did you play in that?
I mean,
all of it.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking
you built
of
it.
like,
you put it together.
They put it together, but I had the idea.
Do you know who put it together?
You told me, but I forgot.
Tessie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
One of my rivals.
Mhm. Shout out to Tessie.
Yeah, I mean, every year we've had something. We had the cart with Pweki, then we had the Masa dumbbells, and I was like, all right, like I gotta think of something cool this year for us. And like we didn't really have anything. And I was like, dude, what better way than to have Wally's head literally on us and celebrating with the Wally head.
What
Homer.
better way?
Yeah.
And it hit me like the obvious thing is right there.
And, like
Wally's
the light
head.
bulb flash on top of my head. And I was like, oh,
Wally's head on my head. That's the coolest thing ever. It's an incredible celebration. And we're halfway through the season. It's still one of my favorite things about this year. Especially you look at some of the other celebrations. I think you guys are in first place. I love it.
Yeah.
On Netflix, the episode with you in it, any regrets at all about sharing any of that? Or is it just something where, you know, you have kids that are like, thank you for doing it because of you. Like now I feel more comfortable to ask for help or whatever else. Was that like, what's the thought process today after, when did that come out? April?
Yeah, I think so.
So like whatever, 3-4 months, like what's the thought process about like the whole Netflix experience now that it's over and out there?
Honestly, like at first I was really nervous because I've never shared something like that to that extent. But the amount of positive help that kids have come up to me like at stadiums saying like, hey, like I'm alive because of you. I would throw my world out there even more if it was to help kids like that. Like that means everything to me is for them to tell me that kind of stuff. And that even helps me. Like, oh, dude, like this kid's like here because of me. Like, all right, I got to keep going for him. And then the next person, like it meant a lot for those kids to come up to me. Except for the fan in Cleveland. You're lucky I didn't get to you. So
I told you that was going to happen.
Only one dickhead though, right? Is that the only time that's happened?
There's been a couple, but
Okay.
that one was like the coaches heard too. So I was,
Yeah. I mean, like when I saw the episode, I was like, someone is going to use this to get in your head. Be prepared for it. But at the same time, you also have to know that when that moment comes, it might be funny to you in the moment where it's like, you're such a piece of shit that like, I can't even believe that someone like you exists in this world. So like when you hear something that's just so vile, like at least for me, like my reaction is just like, wow, like I laugh, like I get like a kick out of it because like, I don't know, it's just maybe my defense mechanism. You didn't react that way.
Felt like a fair reaction.
I think it was because it was the first one,
Yeah.
and I was like,
You know what I think it was? I think the coaches being angry validated your internal anger. So you were like, oh, so now
It
we're
was a-
doing this.
it was like- they gave me a hall pass. I was like, oh yeah, let's go for it.
Can I punch him?
It's like when you let the dog on the couch and he thinks he's gonna come up there every time. They gave me a free pass to get on the couch. I was like, all right, I'm going for it. I'm all in right here.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be good to see all those fans over there were in the
They're like,
same.
it was this
They
guy.
were like,
swear
this
he was
guy.
walking up the stairs and I saw people punching him as he walked by.
All right, there we go.
I was like, save one for me.
Yeah, and that's on the road. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think we have to talk about this subject as well. How do you handle the trade rumors?
Mhm.
Because that's been, that's like a thing. I mean, that's something that you've never dealt with before in your career.
They
'Cause
talked about it last year too.
Also, yeah, let's hold on. I don't like that. And I said this to you. He unfollowed the account, so I don't know if you saw this part. But
I followed them back because
They
they
follow us
cried
back.
about it.
I didn't
They
want
follow
to
us
trade
back.
you because you were slumping. Anyone who has been calling for that and people have been doing that, those people are jackasses. I wanted to trade you the second you were at the All-Star Game MVP.
It was a
because I was at
value
your
thing.
peak value.
Yeah,
So it wasn't
yeah.
a negative thing. And quite honestly, it was the opposite. But to me, it's not. The question isn't like, how do you handle the rumors? It's also, how do you handle the fact that some of the rumors are like, yeah, we do have a lot of really good outfielders here. Everyone wants to play. That has to have been not necessarily a distraction, but something that's been looming over the boys.
Honestly, the way I think about it is I have absolutely no say and no control. So why would I even give it two thoughts?
Yeah.
That's the way I think about it. And it's like, if it happens, like, I'll probably break down crying, having to say bye to Ref Snyder and Trevor Story and the boys, but like that'll happen. But like at the end of the day, it's like I have absolutely no control. So like the more I feed that into my own brain, the more it's going to tear me up. So I just don't really think about it. And if it happens, it happens. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, I have no control.
Like I remember at like the Fan Fest, Costas was talking about his experience of being involved in trade rumors pretty heavily. And he almost took it as a compliment, like looking at, you know, oh, like I could fetch player X, Y, and Z in a trade. Like that's pretty cool. Does any part of you take it as a compliment that it's kind of like, I mean, the reports aren't like, let's get this guy the fuck out of here. The reports are, it's going to take a hefty price if you want Jarren Duran after the trade deadline.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I never really looked at it like that, but
You think negatively? No.
Yeah, come on now,
No.
dude.
yeah, no.
Positive Pete over here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How much worse is it when it's someone who looks like me saying it?
No comment.
That's a loud comment.
What's been the biggest difference that you've noticed working out after games now? And where, like, who told you to do that? Or is this like something that you're just tinkering with?
That was just something that I kind of tinkered with because I have so much to do before the game. Like the media's in there. I got to be present for them.
Do you, though?
I have to, yeah.
I bet you wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame you.
I've heard of other guys who just blow off the media pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think once you become the face of the franchise, you can just do that.
Yeah.
And just refuse interviews.
But then I got to
No comment once again.
then I got to go hit, get ready for all that stuff, like do some recovery stuff. And then I was just like, dude, I just have so much to do before the game. And then I started working out after the game, and it actually like helps me go to sleep, stuff like that. You know, if I have a bad game, I have a reason to throw weight around, stuff like that, which has been happening a lot lately. But
Yeah. What's the workout routine? Because I bet we have a similar one. Like what stuff? What stuff do you do with the weights? Because like I just want to learn a little bit, but I probably already know.
well, you got to start by like actually knowing what a weight is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so-
for anyone
Yeah, he's
listening.
definitely
No, I hear
scale
it. Anyone listening at home.
Come on, bro.
No, again, this isn't about me. What do you normally do? Because I probably do the same. What do you do?
Honestly, it just depends. No,
Thank
no,
God.
no.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
I mean, those guys are freak athletes. Have you seen what they look like?
yeah, but it's just stupid. It's stupid.
Is
Go ahead.
it?
Yeah, it's stupid. Go ahead.
If you could look like that
Wow.
by doing CrossFit, you wouldn't do CrossFit?
I look better than them. Yeah.
Your legs would look a lot better.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
We're
I'm
gonna get
sorry.
suspension on the Jarren fund.
Not in front of Jarren. Wait till he leaves, okay?
Christ.
Don't discipline me.
T would find a way to get suspended on
Yeah,
a player interview, and he's getting cooked.
Yeah. Anyways, what's the workout?
Yeah, again, just trying to get some pointers, man.
Well,
I love lifting.
a lot of legs.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I run around every day. Like my legs have to be strong.
The angry lizard. Yeah, you got to live up to it.
Yeah, you know.
What's the split?
Mondays are usually upper body. Tuesdays lower body. Wednesdays are back to upper body, and then a lot of speed work towards the end of the week.
So you train like an athlete, I guess.
That makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah, I
adds
guess
up.
it does.
I gotta be able to
Absolutely.
move around.
So this is
Unless
what-
you're Chapman, you can look like a bodybuilder and still throw 104.
which is honestly crazy at 37, by the way.
Crazy.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about, because I don't know how many people know this. This was what, going into 23? It was the off season where it was kind of like, this might be a make or break season for Jarren Duran. And the team was like, we're going to send you some workouts. We want you to do these. And you just locked yourself away and did your own thing. Was that going into 23 or 24?
That was going into 23.
Okay, yeah. So that was the year that, like, if you stayed healthy, you would have probably led the league in doubles, and you almost did anyway.
Yeah, almost got him. It was Freddie, right? I think he was right behind Freddie.
Yeah. So going into that year, it like the Red Sox were like, "Hey, we want you to do like these workouts," and you're like, "If it's make or break, then if it's going to be break, it's going to be because of me, not because of you." What was the motivation? Like, how scary was that to be like, I'm doing it my way? What kind of workouts were you doing? Like, take me through the mindset of that off season where you just kind of like locked yourself away and came out a doubles machine.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Sox, they have like a really good program, but like for me, it just felt like it wasn't the right kind of training that I've been doing my entire life. So like, I just had to like talk to them and let them know like, hey, like I'm going to do what I think is going to make me stronger and not feel like I'm getting weaker throughout the season. That was like a big thing for me is like, I'd like do some of the Red Sox stuff and I felt like I wasn't as strong as I wanted to be. So then I just kind of found my trainer that I was training with, and yeah, we like really got after it every single day. Took the weekends off, but I just came back like in great shape. I felt like I was the strongest human being ever because I had never worked out like that for like a full off season, and I just felt like so prepared, like coming into spring training. Like before, I felt like I was in good shape, but like coming in for that season, I felt like I could like take on anything.
It's honestly crazy to see. Like I'm used to you like looking like this. It's almost like this is the last evolution of like Pokemon Jarren. But like seeing you in 2022, you look like a different person.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like you look skinnier. Like your jersey doesn't fit right. It just looks weird.
What was the number about what jersey
40,
number?
wasn't it?
40.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
16 makes a ton more sense.
Yeah, like none of it looked right in 2022. Like, do you feel like a different person now compared to 2022, Jarren?
Yeah, I actually have facial hair.
Yeah, don't shave that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is 28 years strong. For anybody asking, it's taking me 28 years to get here. But yeah, I mean, I still have fans like bring me cards from like 21 and 22. I'm like, can you guys get like a better card? Like, I'm looking at this like this skinny little kid, like no facial hair, and I'm like, dude, I gotta sign these cards all the time, and I'm just like, so I look like this tiny little puny little human being. But we got some new ones coming out, so.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, shout them out.
Speaking of that real quick, what do you think your relationship currently is with the fan base? Because at Fenway, a lot of Duran jerseys. Obviously, you've done a great job of signing autographs after the game. Amanda and Grace, got to mention you
Shout 'em
guys.
out.
But yeah, you care a lot about, you know, that connection with the fan base, and you've, I'm sure, grown a lot with the fans in Boston. How would you currently describe your relationship with the fans?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, I feel like I can sense a little bit of frustration, but I think that's just because of the way I'm playing right now. And I feel like I can do better. And I know that they feel like I can do better too. So that's probably where the frustration's coming from. Because, I mean, I've shown them in 23 and 24 that I can do it. So I feel like it's more of like that hard, tough dad love where they're like, I know you can do better. Like, you can keep doing this. But it's been really positive too. Like every time I go out there and sign, like they're always like super proud of me and stuff like that. So like that's always good. But like in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck. Like, like I know I can fucking do better. And like it's just like I feel like I'm like on the cliff about to like, you know, like get going, and then then we run into a good pitcher, and like, I'm just like, I just got to get out of my own way. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's literally, I just got to get out of my own way.
When did you start doing the autographs? I don't know when that started, but clearly the fans love that.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it for a while now, but
Steve would know if he was at the park.
Yeah, he's
No, I know. I'm
Yeah.
just not there. But like, there's not a lot of players that do the post game ones though, right? Because you're doing the.
well, yeah, you got to also think about it too. Is like, I don't really have anybody to go home to. Like, I don't have a girlfriend. Like, I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. And a lot of these guys have fiancés, girlfriends, kids. So like they obviously don't sign, like, and I think that sometimes fans like chirp them. I'm like, the guy's got like a 3-year-old at home that probably wants to see his dad that never gets to see them because they're always on the road and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I obviously like don't have anybody to go home to. So I'm like, well, let me show some love because they come to see us play. So like the least I can do is sign for them and show them some love from me.
A lot of people have it feels like the fan base, every time a quote comes out from you or another player on the team, you know, we've heard the one out of 26, you know, the flight, sleeping on the plane. Do you guys feel like post Rafael Devers trade, you guys have almost become a closer group or kind of come together with, you know, all the outside chatter, all the outside talk? You know, it's kind of you guys and it's up to you to figure out this problem until reinforcements come. Do you think those narratives have gotten a little crazy the last couple of weeks, or is it just this was the kind of move that brought everyone together for the rest of the year?
I mean, we were already a pretty close group. I mean, I think everything that happened, I mean, I was talking to Jared about this earlier, is like people, I feel like people wanted us to dwell on it. But it's like, what is that going to do? It's not going to bring them back. Like people were like, oh, maybe they didn't like Raffy or they didn't care or stuff like that. I'm like, no. But like, what's crying about it going to do? It's not going to bring him back. Like he's gone. He's on the Giants now. He's doing his thing over there. So like we have to do our thing over here. So when people are like, oh, like honestly, like to the fans, like if you're mad about it, like you guys can be mad about it because you don't have to go and perform on the field the next day. Like we don't have that luxury to be upset about it because I got to go out and win a game the next day with or without Raffy. So, but I mean, we were always a pretty close group. And I think just all these people getting upset about it, it's obviously made us closer because it's like, all right, well, they think we're going to suck without Raffy. Like, well, we have to go prove them wrong now. So that's just something else we're going to have to prove people wrong.
What was your relationship like with Raffy when he was on the team?
It was good.
Yeah.
I loved Raffy. I love Raffy. I still love him. I mean, it was always funny to see him smiling and laughing and acting like a kid. I mean, everybody sees him smiling and laughing, like, and sitting on his cooler in the dugout. One time I sat on the cooler, I was like, no wonder he sits here. It's like perfect eye level. Like you can actually see stuff. Like you see him like tucked in there. Like there's no way he can see the game. And then like he like went to go get something. And I was like ran over there, like sat on the cooler. I was like looking out. I'm like, dude, this is a good spot. Like it's almost as good as AC spot, like right next to the
The phone.
yeah.
I already know the answer, but do you believe that this is still a playoff team? Because Tyler wants everyone traded. He's already given up. He said the season's over. He said you guys suck. But I'm the only one that still thinks that this is a playoff team.
What'd you tweet out yesterday, Jared? Just checking real quick.
I
What was that post on your social media
I
page?
tweeted thank you to the
just
Red Sox
thanking the
fans.
fans.
I was just thanking the fans.
Yeah.
Like the season ended?
No, I just said
I
thank
just
you,
want
Red Sox
Let's
fans.
let it play out
fans.
for a couple weeks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, don't come crawling to us when we make playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Tyler, you fucking bitch.
I think you're upset because I talked about your legs. I think that's what's bothering
It's
you.
all
more than
about the
anything.
legs.
It hurt your feelings.
My
You can
legs,
admit it.
my legs have put on some size. Actually,
Jaron, look at the legs. Let's be
his
real.
legs next to my
Two
legs.
leg
It's not-
guys
it's
like
not
us.
crazy.
I can never see his legs. He always wears jeans.
Yeah, that's
No,
part of
we're-
it. He's hiding them. He's
We're
scared.
Lulu's, brother.
Or Lulu's. Yeah, there you go. I
Yeah,
mean, I've
that's the
never seen
move.
him in shorts before. Have you seen him in shorts?
No, he doesn't own a pair of shorts.
Didn't you wear shorts in Arizona? one
Yeah, they
time?
made me.
no.
Yeah.
They made you.
They made me. Yeah, they're like, oh, we want you in the pool, and it was a nightmare.
You have
Yeah,
nice
that was
calves.
straight panic
They-
mode. He was hitting the panic mode. Like,
Yeah.
He's in the
shorts.
pool
Oh my
in
God,
Lulu's,
those
like, I'm
shorts.
just gonna-
I was gonna
shorts.
say you should be a pants in the pool guy. By the way, that should be your move.
By the way, I mean, Jarren was down in the Rocket Performance Center. There's a lot of weight in that leg press.
Yeah.
There's like 5.25 on that on that leg press.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. See? Fuck you.
You're upset.
Piece of shit.
Jared, when it comes to everything with AC, I feel like a lot of people have gotten on him. Like a lot of people are getting on you and different players on the team. You know, I go back to when he went down to the Puerto Rican Winter League, when you were playing down there to build that connection. What has he kind of meant to you as a manager, someone you've now been with for a couple years? And he's kind of framed you as like the guy he wants everyone else to follow. If you want to play baseball, play it like Jarren Duran. He's telling his own sons that. What has that meant to you? And what has Cora meant just through this time with Devers getting dealt and all that?
Honestly, he's meant a lot. I mean, like, he's always been in our corner. Like, he's always talked about how he's going to take care of us. You know, he'll silence the noise for us, and he just wants us to go out there and play. But my relationship with him, like, coming up 21, 22 is every time I saw him walk in the room, I'd put my head down because I felt nervous to have a conversation with him because I felt like I didn't belong there. So, like, as that's gone on and he's told me that, like, I belong here and, like, I'm part of this team, we've gotten really close. Like, every flight, like, I go to the front of the plane and say hi to the coaches, and then I always go say hi to AC, and he gives me a Snickers and peanut M&Ms every single time.
That's a good deal.
So our relationship's gotten really close. So
I didn't think I belonged in the big leagues, but then I got those Snickers.
Snickers,
and
and
those
he's
peanut
basically
M&Ms.
my-
And he added those peanut M&Ms in. I was like, where
Are
to go?
those like your favorites, or does he give those? Is that just what he's carrying?
I think that's just what we have on the plane. So
Definitely allergic to peanuts.
There you go, Bucko.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. How do you think outside of obviously you look like a little bitch when you first came up, but like outside of that, like how do you think you've evolved as a player, the whole package? Like, do you think that your skill set has evolved, your mentality has evolved? Like when you look back on 2021 Jarren Duran, if you were to do like a scouting report on that guy and a scouting report on you today, how does it vary?
I mean, in 21, I had like no approach at the plate. Like, I was literally looking for anything that looked good and swinging, whether it was a fastball or a breaking ball. Like, I was honestly scared to play the field because I didn't want to mess up and like cost the team anything like that. And that's one thing that's definitely changed is that like I'm not afraid to like make mistakes. Like if I make a mistake, it's because I'm going like full out to make the play or something like that. Whereas like in 21, like I was like if a fly ball was hit up in the air, I'd look at my other teammates like, anybody gonna call that? Oh, that's me. Oh, fuck. Like,
Somebody grab this thing.
Yeah.
It's right to you.
Yeah. And then I catch it like, oh my God. But like now it's like I played center field a little bit last year. So like I'm just trying to carry over that persona to left field that like every ball that goes up is mine, even though Raphael is an absolute vacuum in center field and sometimes it's nice. But yeah, I would definitely say that just the mentality is the biggest thing. Like now I know how to fail and now I know how to move on from failing. Like it took me in 21, 22 to know how to fail to get to 23 and 24 to be like, all right, like I failed at doing this in 21, 22. I know how to correct that now. I made these mistakes. Now this is my plan on how to correct that. So that's why I'm saying like we have a bunch of young guys that haven't even had that much time to fail yet in the big leagues and people are expecting them to be all-stars.
So like to piggyback off that, do you think that you were brought up to the big leagues too soon? Like, were you not ready for it? Or do you think that anyone who gets to the big leagues, you're never ready for it? You just have to get up there and it's like getting tossed in the pool, learning how to swim.
No, I mean, like, of course, like when you're playing in AAA, you're like, oh, I feel like I'm ready. But like I said, like the big leagues is a different level. Like in AAA, they may be able to expose like something in your swing for like one pitch, and then they give you 4 other ones to hit. And you get to the big leagues, they expose your weakness every pitch, and you may get one pitch to hit. And if you miss it, it's like, all right, now they got you.
Yeah.
So stuff like that is like a big thing.
So the other thing too is I'm curious about not just yours, but you know, if there's other teammates that you played with in AAA, there's certain things that you're focused on to get promoted when you're in AAA. And then when you're in the big leagues, there are certain things that you have to focus on to win big league ball games. What are the differences and are there any similarities to the things that you have to focus on at the 2 levels?
Yeah, I feel like AAA it's just a lot of development. Like they're developing you to be a big leaguer. And then when you get to the big leagues, it's like, all right, we got to win. And you're like, oh shit. Like I didn't really kind of learn that in AAA. Like, yeah, obviously we want to like win, but it wasn't like preach to like win now, win this game, do whatever it takes to win. It was like, oh, okay, we lost, but hey, like your process was really good. So I think like when you get to the big leagues and you're like just doing your process and then it doesn't work, it's like, well, shit, like these games matter now. Like I also have to like, I can't also like go 0 for 4, like just doing the same thing, like trying to work a process out. I also have to be like, all right, maybe on this pitch, I got to get jammed to move the guy over to get to third. So that's making it a fly ball and score a guy. So just like small things like that, I feel like it's hard to like go from AAA to the big leagues sometimes because you're like, oh, I never did that in AAA because I was just working on trying to develop to get to be a good big leaguer. I didn't like have to move a guy over by like bunting or something like that. So that's just like little things though. That's just like baseball kind of stuff like that. That's taught differently sometimes.
So now that you're the guy, like you're 28, you've got all these 21 and 22, 23-year-olds on the team. How do you teach them how to win? Because I feel like to what you're saying, it's apparent, like without you even saying it, like we can see it. Certain guys, or maybe all of them, will get here and it's like, I was taught how to make it to the big leagues. I wasn't necessarily taught how to win. How do you now, as a leader of the team, teach these young kids how to win?
I mean, I feel like it always comes down to like whatever the team needs, honestly. Like if I got to, like the other day against the Angels, like I bunted and like they were like, I got a bunt. I was like, that's why I went to Long Beach State, man. All we did was bunt over there. Like, I can do this. But yeah, just like little things like that, like moving a guy over or hitting a deep fly ball. Like AC talked the other day. He's like, you may get 600 whatever at bats, but some of those bats are mine. Like they're his, and meaning not his, but for the team.
That'd be kind of wild if he just like took the bat and he's like, these are mine, buddy.
Yeah. But like for
like Duran hits a bomb and then Cora's like, put that on my baseball reference page.
Yeah. Second homer with the Red Sox.
Yeah, I got 8 now.
But like, it's just like, those are for the team. Those are for the boys. Like, those are the ones you're like, hey, I'm 0-2 right here. Guy on second. Like, I got to try and hit the ball like at him or to his left and move him over, or hit a fly ball so he can tag up and get to third. Stuff like that is like the little things. And like, that's the kind of stuff that like, I mean, I learned that at a young age. Like my high school was like that. My college was like that. And I feel like that was just ingrained in me. So I think when young guys come up, just like talking baseball, love to talk baseball. It's always like me, Bregman, like Greg Weiser, like Garrett Crochet, like a bunch of us, like, or like the last ones at the field, Marcelo, Roman, Romy, True, Rob, like we're all so, like, we love to talk baseball so much. And I feel like that's where a lot of guys learn, is just talking shop and like talking about hitting or talking about processes, or also talking about like what you look for and stuff like that. That's something that Bregman's been really good for this team too, is just like talking about like what to look for at the plate and stuff like that.
With that specifically, during an at-bat, I'm very curious from a player's perspective, how do you keep it calm in your brain? Because I feel like there's so much that goes on pitch by pitch. I'm even watching at home, like, he just gave him 2 sliders away. Is he going to do it a third time? Is he going to give him gas right now? How do you stay, especially with the pitch clock, like calm in those situations and not overthink what's coming next?
Well, I am constantly swimming in my own head at the plate, especially. but when I am feeling good, rarely, but it's just like trusting that what you're looking for is going to be there. So like certain guys, like you don't want to play with them up because they have good spin rate and stuff like that. So you're like, all right, I want the ball to look like it's literally going to fucking bounce off the ground. So like sometimes they throw a pitch right there and you swing at it and it's actually in the dirt, but it's like, I have a better chance at swinging at something like that than a pitch like up in the zone. So I remember JD Martinez talks about something that he was like in the cage one time. He talked about, he's like, I'm willing to strike out on 3 straight fastballs because I'm sitting slider. And it's like some guys are so good that you can't sit on multiple pitches. Like you got to sit on one thing.
You'd rather just tip your cap. You're like,
you got to tip your cap. Yeah. Like, and that's part of it. And guys are like, fans are like, why didn't you swing that fastball right down the middle? I'm like, it was 104 with spin rate of 20, and I was looking for the slider to hit a homer.
You should just tell them all that while you're going back to the dugout.
Yeah,
here's what I was thinking.
Because if I talk to the fans and I look like I'm crashing out, and that just gives them something else to say about me.
Do you ever allow yourself to feel good, or is it kind of like you go 0 for 4 and you're like, fuck, I suck? Because I've heard you say that a million times. Or like if you go 3 for 4 driving a couple runs, is it just kind of like a sigh of relief? Like, I survived this day. Now I'm panicking about tomorrow. Like, now I have to get through tomorrow and like do it again. Like, do you ever just like go home and like, man, I did a good job today?
No, not once.
You're a fucking
not
idiot.
once. Come on,
crazy. Like,
dude, you should have seen me like after the All-Star Game MVP. Like hanging out with my family and stuff was nice, and then I got into the room by myself. I was like, damn. Now everybody's gonna expect me to be the All-Star Game MVP every single time.
And that's a cool trophy. You should just been like, look at me with my trophy. Maybe get some DoorDash or something.
You get to keep that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's sick.
That's a sick trophy.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
But I mean, like, if you think about it, it's like fans and everybody expects you to be that great every night.
Yeah.
So like, there's a reason that there's so much pressure like that. It's like you have one bad game, people say you suck, or you get thrown out of a game, and I'm trying to win that game, and they not obviously, but my finger was obviously on the bag.
I'm glad you got tossed, by the way. That was the right thing to get tossed about.
By the way, what are we doing coming around miles on an agenda? Like it's like
it's a respect thing.
Yeah,
for what? Like he's gonna toss you anyway. You don't have to cover your mouth during like.
It wasn't for him. It was for other people not to be able to read my lips.
You were already tossed when you did that. I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
I
He's
was,
like, when you got my money's worth here. I like that.
That was the money worth words that nobody else needs to see. Just I need to know what I said and he needs to hear me.
Yeah.
But there's no.
I've never seen that before.
Well, it's like
by
the lip
way.
reading thing. Like John Boy does that.
Oh,
It's gotten
yeah.
popular. Isn't that the fear? Like they're
He's
going to
gonna
have
have
a
a whole video
thing
of
down.
me.
About that. It's just fucking. I don't give a shit if he reads my lips, whatever. If that's what you're doing, good for you. But
Good for you is a great way to put it.
But it was more honestly, it's just because like it was more of like I'm so used to like covering my mouth, like talking to teammates about like what I see in an at bat and stuff like that. That whenever I'm on the diamond, I just naturally
It's a very
do it.
baseball move.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like the coaches, they always cover their mouths when they talk, and like there's so many cameras around. Like, how do I know that? Like, well, not for that instance, but like if I'm talking to a teammate, like, hey, he does this when he throws a slider, and like the media or something doesn't get a hold of it, and then all of a sudden that team sees that and they're like, oh, he's actually tipping when he does that, and now they clean that up, and we don't get to use that against them.
Sure.
How nice,
So-
how nice of a feeling is it when a pitcher's tipping, you know it, and then when you're standing in the box, all of that information is correct. You're like, oh man, it is a slider. I can just tee off.
Yeah, I mean, I get too excited sometimes. I'm like, well, here it comes.
I'm gonna crush this.
Yeah,
This
it's
fucking
like-
idiot.
Yeah.
No idea.
This thing's going to
When
Maine.
it's like you tense, I'll be like, roll over, and you're like, fuck. And you go in the dugout, and they're like, did you see it? And you're like, nope, didn't see it.
Bad intel.
Wasn't there, didn't see it. It was actually there. I just got way too excited. I was like, roll over. I was like, do I throw myself under the bus here saying I got too excited? Do I say it wasn't there? I'm like, oh, it wasn't there. And I go over to Rosie, who's like, he's like my guy. I'm like, it was there. I got too excited. I was trying to hit it over into the
Don't
red.
tell the
I was
fellas.
trying to hit it to the red seat in
Don't say
right
shit, but I
field.
totally saw it. I
Yeah.
knew it was coming. Fucked it up.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's incredible.
You mentioned, the All-Star game and the expectations that came along with it. You still you didn't take that as a negative. Obviously, you won the All-Star game MVP, and then you continued to be that guy in the second half. Did that what elevated you? Obviously, it wasn't just winning the All-Star game, but what elevated you in the second half of last year?
That we still had a shot to make the playoffs. I mean, we haven't made the playoffs, since 21?
I think it's 20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
See, you're the
I know.
problem.
I'm joking.
I can't remember which media member it was. It says,
Yeah.
oh, you guys haven't made playoffs in...
It's only 4 years, but yeah.
Yeah, but he said 6. I'm like, I was like, we made it in 21. Did he forget that?
Hmm.
But that's where I'm like, damn, they really flushed the toilet that quickly to forget about that
Oh, big time. Big time.
just to beat on us now. It's like,
If anything, it's because of the success of the team over the years that we
it's
expect.
probably because they thought we weren't going to be good in 21 and they didn't want to bite their tongue and be like, oh, they were actually pretty good. They made playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
probably
was-
don't want to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the radio stations was actively telling people to stop watching in
Correct.
September. because
I was
they're like,
fighting for my life at those
Yeah,
days.
that was
I was
tough.
defending that 2021
Tough
team
to
with my
see.
life.
Yeah.
Tough to see.
What did you learn from that run, just being around those guys?
Those guys didn't give a fuck.
Mm.
They were they didn't, I mean, they had so many veteran guys. So they're like, I've had people trash on me. I don't care. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to hit 40 homers, 30 homers. And it was like, oh shit. That's sick because
It is.
nobody expected them to make it. Kike, love Kike, miss you. But
Little Poppy.
yeah, exactly. People were talking smack on Kike, and he was the greatest hitter of all time
Yeah.
in the playoffs. And it's not just for us. Every year he gets to the playoffs and he rakes. So it's how could you? A guy like that is who you look up to. He's whatever. I'm struggling season. And he's probably deep down. He's just wait till I get to the fucking playoffs, and then you're gonna be kissing my feet,
Yeah.
being like, thank you. But that's what I'm saying is people forget that we're not just baseball players. We're humans too. Sometimes we take shit personal and we want to get our get back, but it only takes one screenshot or this or that. I'd be like, oh, Duran cussed me out and told me I was a loser.
And they love
And
that.
and
That's
totally-
his favorite
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, that's
yes,
what they're looking
they
for.
love it. And
How long have you been perfecting that nerd voice?
Oh, you got it down.
Yeah,
You got it
that's
down.
Tungsten works out the man.
No, I was actually way different in high school. I was super quiet, didn't really talk. Like, yeah.
You don't really talk now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But when I do talk now,
But
it's like,
you're good at you underrate. I think you underrate. You're good on a mic, but I don't think you think you're good. Well, you think you're bad at everything, so I
Correct.
think that's
Yeah.
probably why. But like,
Well, he thinks that he's gonna say something bad. Like he,
what? Because that one like ESPN thing where you swore. Who cares?
they
Like,
asked him
she
to.
begged me 3 times. She's like, no, say it. I was like, no. She's like,
No,
come on.
no.
I was like, no. And she's like, please. I was like, all right. You told me to get my fucking hands up, hit the fucking ball.
that was
And
fun.
then I called our media team after. I was like, I just cussed on kids, Disney, ESPN. Like, I don't know what to do.
People love that. That was a great quote.
What was that 2000? That was 23.
23. Yeah.
That was 23. That was 23.
Why don't you like your life is basically all baseball during baseball season? Is there anything that you do to sort of break up the monotony of the season, or like you talk about it in the Netflix doc? It's like, yeah, like I go to the field and I go home back to my fucking apartment and it's just me here and I'm alone with my thoughts. Like, you're the last person who should be alone with their thoughts. So why is it that, or what do you do to break that up so that you're not just alone or at the ballpark playing baseball?
I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's
Something. Anything.
Yeah,
But you're
it's-
saying if you're out in Boston, that's kind of impossible.
I mean, it's
to do.
11:30 at night by the time the game's over.
Are you a video game guy? Like, what are we doing?
I
Like,
mean,
you
I am,
never-
but I got a big old PC. I can't travel
Ooh.
with that thing. I can't mess that thing up.
Well, I'm saying, like, if it's a homestand, like you're going home to what? Like, what are you doing so that you're not just stewing there?
Netflix,
What
TV
are-
shows.
What are you
Okay.
watching?
I don't know how I'm going to get torched for this, but I like anime.
Oh,
see, this is right.
That's what I like too. Yeah.
They always make fun of me all the time on the podcast. For I was like, you don't get it unless you came up with it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it really does raise you.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, anime's so cool. And I'm like, dude, that's been cool since way back.
Wait.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
everybody's-
bro, back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, kids were getting bullied out of their
It's gonna be
mind.
another 20
you didn't
minutes,
want
by the
anyone knowing. What are your favorites, though?
I like Afro Samurai
Okay.
and Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. is
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Cyberpunk is a good one.
You ever watch Jujutsu Kaisen?
I have, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. No, but it's that kind of stuff. You see it now. The Giants are doing Naruto night, right? Like
Yeah,
One Piece
right,
night at
right.
Fenway.
One Piece,
Like
yeah.
all
One
of that.
Piece.
It's extremely
Yeah.
sick. The
Why'd you
Bayo
bring up the
cleats.
Giants?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was jealous that they got Naruto night. I'll be honest with you.
That's fair.
Yeah, but the One Piece bobblehead was sick.
Yes, all of it. But like, if you're someone who struggles, I feel like with, whether it's confidence or going through things, a lot of those shows teach you kind of those lessons of
That's what I was gonna say.
persevering
Yeah.
and pushing through. Like,
Obviously.
Yeah.
it's real, dude.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Anime can get you out of a
Dude,
slump.
I be on Instagram. I be liking all those like motivational anime reels, whatever it may be.
I
They make
believe
me
it.
cry.
That's why those pop up in my
They
For You.
inspire me.
This guy's just liking all these things.
Wait, what are you wearing right now? Dragon
It's
Ball Z?
It's a Dragon Ball Z like basketball jersey. I have one of this, and I have a baseball Akatsuki jersey like Naruto.
Yeah.
Incredibly cool.
But
But it's fun that you can wear stuff like that now, and people don't look at you like you're,
Yeah.
crazy or something.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, some people
You
probably
guys
do.
are old though. That's the
Oh,
problem. You're in your mid-30s.
oh,
Me and Jarren, we're in our late 20s here. We can connect
Oh.
over this.
We
I
didn't-
guess.
You guys are
like-
old heads.
No, like, you don't think I grew up on Pokemon?
We're talking different things.
Yeah.
How is that? That's anime.
It is, but it's not like
Your shit wouldn't have
traditional
popped
anime.
off without Pokemon. And
Yeah.
Of course,
Power.
yeah. But it's
For that
not like
matter.
the traditional anime like people are into
It's
today.
quite literally the definition of the traditional.
But
It
Yeah.
literally is. Yeah.
like the Jujutsu Kaisens, like the Shonen Jump, like what's very popular, the biggest things that have been out there. It's a lot different than like a Pokemon.
That's crazy. Jarren, if you could compare yourself to a Pokemon, who are you?
Oof. Was it Hitmonchan? I think
Yeah.
that's the boxing
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I thought we
Just 'cause I
were, I
wanna-
thought we were going Onyx there.
Onyx is a good
Or
one.
Big Boy Blastoid. Blastoid.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe we just took that hard left turn.
That was awesome.
That is
Yeah.
wild.
I feel seen.
Damn.
Good
Yeah.
left turn.
Damn. Wait, one thing real quick, and you
Yeah,
did
go
this
ahead.
with Manny Ramirez. We should do it with Jarren, the Megatron thing.
Yeah, we'll do that after.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it'll be a
Cool,
separate
cool.
thing. It'll be
Cool.
a separate thing.
I have one more question. Then. Can I sneak this one in?
You can
Okay.
do whatever you want.
All right, no, I just wanted to ask. You almost played 162 games. I know that probably ate you to shreds that you didn't play 162, but you played 160 fucking games. How hard is it to do? I bring up 162 a lot because I don't know if people like factor that in enough. That's such a silly number of games to play in a season of a sport. How hard was it just to get to 160, especially after the break when you still kept the production up, but you had to be feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, It was tough because like I was coming off the toe surgery, so like I didn't have the whole off season to like train my legs and stuff like that. So like that was something that was definitely getting
I
tired.
noticed.
This is when the fight happens.
Knock him out, please.
Good interview, and then at the end, it just got
This is where I take
terrible.
over Section 10 because
Yeah. He just knocks us all out.
but yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that was kind of the biggest thing is like I've never done it before. And then when AC said it, I was like, oh yeah, sounds good. Thinking like it was well, I didn't know. I mean, you just kind of like are like in shock that you're gonna play all those games.
Mm.
And it doesn't really you don't really put into perspective how long it is. Like Romy says this all the time that like football is like tough. Like they beat each other up every day and then they get off days. So they basically like get beat up and then we're like death by 1,000 paper cuts. So it's like 162, like, ooh, you're running every single day. Like your ankles are sore, your calves are sore, like stuff like that. Like you don't realize how much your body like is being used and then like stopping, just sitting in the outfield and starting back up, like long innings, stuff like that. Like I didn't really put it into perspective until I had to play like 160 games.
That is kind of crazy. I know you like said it earlier, but I was like, yeah, you're looking kind of small. He's like, that's what happens when you play 160 baseball game.
Was
Like-
it Crochet? Who did we talk to? Where we were like, how late into the season do you feel healthy? He was like, April 2nd.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Once
how
spring
do you-
training starts, you're like, damn, I'm sore.
like, I mean, I'm sure most baseball fans understand the routine and what it takes, not what it takes, but like the routine of showing up at 1 o'clock. But I feel like some of the casual fans, you are a television character to some casual baseball fans. They turn on the game at 7 o'clock and that's when their Red Sox experience begins. They don't understand. Like, what time are you showing up to the yard? 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
That,
get
dude, when I text people like, hey, like, can you do like so-and-so at this time? Like, no, I gotta be at the field at 1. They're like, the game's at 7. I was like, yeah, like that's how long we have to like, and it still feels like not enough time sometimes
Yeah.
to like go through like meetings, go over pitchers, get your swing dialed in, like take BP, like come in and eat. Like you forget, like I gotta eat throughout the day too, so I don't lose weight, like that kind of stuff. And it's like there's just so much, and like the anxiety. Well, this is probably just me, but the anxiety of like not being able to eat because I'm like, dude, I gotta go out there and perform today. Like, what's this guy throwing? I'm looking at his pitches, like stuff like that. And then the next thing you know, like I forgot to eat for fucking 4 hours, and then I gotta go play a 4-hour game, and then by the time I eat, it's like 11:30.
So you sign until then, basically? I was going to say, how late do you sign?
How long are your workouts? Because if you're working out after the
my
game, it's like you
workouts
show up
probably
at
are
1.
like 45 minutes to like an hour, like after the game.
It's light, but yeah.
Yeah,
so
because
like,
I gotta wake up and do something the next day. I'm not sitting in this stool.
Thank you.
so
Yeah.
you're getting there at 1, getting all your shit in. Game's at 7. Probably ends around like call it 10:15. Working out till let's call it 11:15. Then you're going out and signing, taking pictures, going home, sleeping.
Yes.
Like you don't even
crazy.
like, you don't even really have
I don't
time.
even have time for like to do anything. That's why like when you were like, oh, what do you do? I was like, oh,
I do
want me to
baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could play video games till 3 a.m, like, and then I barely get any sleep, and I gotta go. And they're like, "Why are you tired today?" I'm like, "No, I had to play video games." Jared told me to play video games.
Guy's just yawning on the field. I had to play video games.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
my new routine.
Shut up.
You talk about the anxiety leading up to the start of the game. Do you think that helps as a leadoff hitter, especially on the road, or does it hurt? Like, I'm the first guy in here, or is it like, yeah, let me get this fucking over with?
I love to hit on the road
Mhm.
because like I don't have to go play defense and then hit. Because I get home, it's like I play left, way over there, and then we have the clock. So I'm literally in a
Right.
full sprint in.
Mm.
Guys are like trying to give me high fives. I'm like, get out of the way! I gotta get my elbow guard, my leg guard on, my batting gloves, my helmet, get my bat, and like get out there and then take 2 swings. And the pitcher's like, I'm ready, and I'm like, fuck. And then I call time. I'm like, my cardio is not ready for this right now. Like, time out. I need a
Time
breather.
before the first pitch.
I was playing video games last night.
But like Narvi, like honestly, I look up to Narvi because like he takes his time. He's so like relaxed, and he like gets to the play, goes time, gets in there. He's all like swaggy, and I'm like, dude, Narvi, I'm freaking.
Are you stunned how like cool he's a rookie? How is he a rookie? Like, this is kind of nuts. He's making it look very easy, especially at that position.
I mean, he's built different, man. He's
Yeah.
really good. He's going out there catching almost every game, and then going out there and swinging the bat. Like, I can't imagine being in a crouch position all day. Like, that's insane. But like I said, and he's a rookie and he's going out there and doing his thing. But, you know, some guys aren't as, you know, well prepared, and they are going to struggle. So, like, we have to be able to give them some grace to let them learn their bumps and bruises in the big leagues. Not everybody's going to come up here and be Barry Bonds right out of the box. So
That'd be sick, though.
That would be nasty.
Yeah.
I'd be pumped about
Has
that.
there been a part of you that misses playing center field as much as you did a year ago? Obviously, Raffaella is incredible out there, but Core has highlighted how good you are playing balls off the wall, but it's been a bit of an adjustment. You know, last year, DRS and outs above average, it was you and Dalton Varsho at the end of the year. Has that been a tough adjustment for you, or do you feel like you're starting to settle in as the year goes on?
yeah, I mean, it's a little tough just because going from center, you see the ball straight up, and left field, you get righties that snap hook, and it's just a top spin. Like, and I'm like, do I die for that? Do I not? Like, stuff like that. Lefties slicing away from you, playing the wall, playing like the line, stuff like that. It's just a way different ball game playing on the corners than it is from center field. So, I mean, it's honestly a daily grind because you go to regular fields, you play a normal left field, and then I come home and I play the hardest left field in the game.
It's crazy.
And you don't realize how close you are to the hitter at Fenway until you're like, oh shit, he's right there. And then you go and play a normal left field and they hit like a fly ball and you're like, oh, like I'm going to coast and catch this one. And at Fenway, I'm like, is that off the wall? Is it going to not? Is it? And I'm like, but yeah, it's a constant battle. I mean, that's why Huddy's on my ass every day, you know, pushing me to be better. So
What's it like down the line there? Because I sat over there a couple weeks ago. I didn't let you know I was there.
shocker.
But sat really close to the foul line. And I'm like, how the hell are you supposed to read these balls and make a play on it and not look like an
Steve
idiot?
got cut from JV. Like, it's pretty.
No, I made JV, but it's because no one got cut.
Yeah.
But how do you approach that? I'm sure you're getting better every night and learning something new every night. You've talked about the wind patterns and it comes back sometimes when you think it's foul.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about playing the line and 310 to left?
Yeah, I mean, I think the hardest part is like knowing that the ball that's hit foul is always going to come back. Like, there's been plays where like it's like way out, like almost into the boxes, but it's like so high and the wind blows it all the way back, and then it like comes back almost and hits the monster. Like those plays are just unbelievable to me. But I think that's the hardest part, and like playing every ball down the line, like it's going to be fair because what's the foul line like? This
It's a
much,
foot, yeah.
everything else is fair.
Yeah.
And then don't even get me started on the freaking gate in left field. Because our last home series, when poor Greg was playing, every ball, like, what was it? I think Goldschmidt and somebody else hit the ball and it was like bing, 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 bing. Like they're playing Pong in there and I'm just waiting for the ball to kick out. And fans are yelling at me, get the ball, get the ball. I'm like, it's bouncing around in the garage. Like, hold on, give me a second here. Like, it's gonna come out eventually.
Why is he getting it? What is he doing?
Like, I probably had enough time to be like, okay, hold on, let me wait for it to come out. And then it like crawls out to me. I'm like, got it. And then throw it in. But like,
Here it is.
there's like just so many like nicks and crannies on the wall that like you have to be prepared for it to bounce and stuff like that. It's insane.
Something about being told to get the ball. Like, yeah, no shit.
Is that what? Okay.
Be like, oh,
right.
I'm supposed to do that. My bad, I forgot.
Damn it. It's supposed to play.
Yeah.
See, this wasn't so bad, was it?
Yeah,
No. it
We're
was-
fun.
Yeah.
for the most part.
Do you like us again or no?
Oh my God. Are we going to do this right now?
Of us.
I mean,
You can be honest.
You unfollowed us and we
75%.
took it personally. All right, like you
Yeah.
unfollowed us. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I unfollowed because obviously there was a lot of noise. We've talked about that.
Yeah, not about you.
But
By the way,
you,
no one knows if this,
specifically,
no one
me
knows if
talking
this
about
happened.
it.
By the way, this is the first time it's been discussed anywhere.
Oh yeah. You followed us again, though, so we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
What did I do? Oh, I'm scared right
you
now.
texted me and said, hey,
Yeah.
are you okay? And I texted you and said, oh, I just don't want to see that stuff right now.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was cool, right?
I
He
said,
did not.
Fuck you. You're dead
He
to
went-
me.
We
He
have
went
different
to
ways of
Twitter
handling
like an
things.
18-year-old
That's
girl.
fine. We have different way of handling
I'm
things.
more
And-
volatile. I am very volatile.
Yeah,
Gets hurt about little things like that.
but I feel like you guys had a great conversation. Did you not?
Yeah, we
Yes,
yelled at
we
each
did.
other.
That's
and
what
then
I said. We
said
called
sorry.
each other. We cussed each other out, and it was fine.
Yeah.
I was like, how hard would that have been if you would have just called me and be like, hey, like you unfollowed me. What's up? Because he goes, oh, you would have been mad too. And I'm like, no, I would have called you like I did.
No,
I don't know. I
See,
think
you guys don't know me.
Jeremy, we know you a
I
little
would have been
bit.
like, oh, what the fuck? Obviously,
So that's being mad.
No. There's a difference.
I would have been mad. I just would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I fucking hate these guys.
There's a difference between going, oh, what the fuck, and going to Twitter about it.
I did not go to Twitter. Someone asked me.
And they're deleted. They're gone.
I
know.
answered a question.
You're not wrong.
Dad
I
called
answered
it.
a
I
question.
know.
You answered a few questions.
I was open for business. Yeah. But the
we've
phone
already- we've talked
conversation.
about it, but
What was
like,
your reaction
the
when
only-
you saw Jared's tweets?
Oh, God.
I called him right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
but
phone
like-
call,
like,
it started with a bunch of shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. But it ended with, I'm sorry, love you. That's it.
Yeah.
It was done.
That's
Well,
fair.
I've already taken fault for my part. I should have called him and told him.
Mhm.
But like you did, I thought he would, if he was that upset, would text me before answering questions to fans.
Well, if I feel slighted, I burn it to the ground.
Yeah. we're a little
that's
different in that.
terrible.
That's
I was
fine.
like, what
Yeah.
are you, 18 years old?
No,
Like,
I hear you. We
you
have
see your
different ways to
boyfriend
handle
take a
things.
picture with a girl and you're like,
Oh my God. Hey, you guys I think the call was productive. I think it was very
Oh, it
productive.
was very productive.
Yeah.
It was just,
We had a quick exchange. And
It was the
fine.
most meathead conversation that you could. It started off very, volatile, yelling. Yeah, shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. But we got there
Hmm.
and we both took accountability.
And then this was great. Was this not fun? This was fun.
You had
yeah,
fun.
it was good.
It was
Yeah.
good. I'll take good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that works.
Do you mean it?
No, I do. Yeah.
All right.
You
Just
like
make sure
Coley
you
or
cut
not?
out everything that. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
He's good. Okay.
All right.
Here we
That's Jarren Duran's Section 10 debut. 4 years in the making.
Yeah, don't let him fool you about spring training, about doing an interview. It was literally, I had to do a game,
I've
an
never said
interview.
it.
We didn't say anything about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
we never
like,
said- we never said nothing. The mic- no,
he bailed and then did an interview after. I'm like,
Oh, no. That was 2023.
What was that one?
Separate
Name
tweet?
redacted era,
Yeah,
right?
his name redacted. He was
Oh,
supposed
there
to
we
come
go.
here to do a arm workout, and then he did the ESPN interview that you swore in.
That's
instead.
what he
that was the same
okay.
day.
It was
oh,
my
is that
birthday.
the one I swore on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
spring
fine.
training. We just said we might have someone, and then it didn't happen. But we were like,
People
yeah,
will be
it's
very
dinner.
excited about this. People
Yeah.
are going to be pumped about
Yeah,
this.
people would be excited.
Yeah.
You have any final thoughts?
Nope.
Okay. He's like, I made it this far. Didn't say anything stupid.
Yep.
Gotta land the plane.
In the clear.
All right.
Buenas noches, amigos.